towards the front.
I saw this guy.
He's right here. I see him. He's right there. Next to one of the twins.
Who's your
My
who's
aunt.
like what?
Oh, JW.
Oh.
That's super bright.
What is it?
I don't even know, but the catering food you do better than like the actual food we have in the cafe. And they got cheesecake down there.
Okay, if I can have everybody's attention, we'll go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and find our seats, and we'll start the evening's program, and we'll get everybody eating here in a second. And first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. A special thanks, as always, goes out to Dr. Weaver, our president, and his wife, Christy. So we certainly appreciate them coming tonight. The GSW Athletics Administration and administration in whole, our faculty athletic rep, Dr. Michelle Ragsdale, our honors banquet sponsor, Marty McDonald, with the State Farm Insurance Agency, and all of our corporate partners and supporters that are here as well. And one name that I would be remiss in not mentioning, Jimmy Peel couldn't be here tonight, but he sent Stephen Snell, a member of our foundation, here in his stead, so very fortunate to have Stephen here tonight. Thank you, Stephen, for subbing in for Jimmy. And before we prepare to eat, we're going to bring up Dr. Weaver for some opening remarks. I know he was getting his finger size for the ratings. That's good, Doc. Good reason to be late. So, I'm sure everybody knows who Dr. Weaver is by now after 6 years he's been here. Dr. Neil Weaver.
Well, good evening, and I just want to say thank you to all of you for what you do, the effort you put in to representing this university and representing us so well. But I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you watch, but when you guys are on the road, Christy and I watch you play. Everybody except golf. For some reason, we can't watch golf. We have to follow it. But anyway, our broadcasts are better than any other broadcast in our conference. They're better than any broadcast that I've seen in Division II, and they're better than a lot of what we would consider to be bigger Division I schools. And so, if you don't watch your fellow student athletes play when they're on the road, you should. It's fun, but our broadcasts are great. And I want to thank Keith in particular for making that happen, and all of the student workers who run the cameras and run the switcher. Even our golf coach is a switcher master here at the basketball games, does the instant replay. We have instant replay. We have a little score bug on the corner. It's top notch. And so we talk a lot about the student athletes and the amazing things that y'all are doing. But the people that support you, Signe does a great job in the office. Deborah, great job. I mean, it's so incredible, the support that this department provides to all of you. And often we overlook that, and I overlook it from time to time. And I just wanted to take a couple of minutes today to recognize Mike and all of the folks who really deliver an unbelievable experience for you, for your families, and represent this institution so well. So if you help me thank those folks for what they do.
Yeah.
I guess Modest might have been here when I started. Is he the only, anybody here when I started? Timberlake was here, that's right. That's right. When Christy and I got here, we really wanted the university to be known as winners. We wanted all of our students to feel the pride of being as good and as competitive as anybody else. We never wanted our students or our university to think of ourselves as less than anybody else. And athletics was a representative of that. And at the time, we weren't all that competitive in all of our sports. And here we are in year 6, and for the first time, we won a conference championship. And I'm really excited about that. Women's basketball, great job. Thank you for doing that. And I know that as athletes, you understand what momentum is. So it took us 6 years of effort, of investment, of trying to change the culture, and we won a championship. And it wasn't 2 months later, and we won number 2. Our golf team won the championship. And here we are, coming up this weekend. We got that sorry little team from Florida coming in here, Flagler. And our guys, you guys are going to take care of business, right? We're going to win 3, and we're going to win us another championship. So, when the floodgates open, they open. And all of you have put a lot of effort into making that happen. And I'm so proud of you and appreciative of what you do for this university. I promise you, every other student at this university feels better about themselves and about their opportunities in life because of what you've done. You instill pride in them, and you convince them that they are just as good and just as competitive as any other student that they're going to run into. And for that, I thank you, appreciate you, and I hope you know the difference you're making here at this university. So congratulations, proud of all of you, love watching you compete, and I'm especially looking forward to shaking some of your hands here in a couple weeks when you come across the stage and get your diploma. So let's eat, all right? Congratulations.
And before we commence with the eating, we'll ask senior baseball player Wade Law to come up and do the invocation for us, please. Wade. Let us pray. Lord, we come before you this evening to just give thanks. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to be able to play all the sports that we do. Lord, we thank you for the skills and talents that you blessed each and every one of us with. Lord, I pray that you continue to keep your hand on us, keep us safe as we go throughout the rest of this spring. Lord, we thank you for all the success that you've already blessed us with, and as you continue to bless us, and we just give you all the glory and honor for it. Lord, I pray that you just continue to relieve any stress or worry or anxiety as any of us may have as we come through the end of this semester with any test or school or anything that it may be, Lord. Lord, you know our hearts, you know what we need, you know our wants, and we thank you for everything. Most importantly, we thank you for sending your son Jesus to die on the cross for our sins. And Lord, I pray you bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Wade. All right, we have 2 buffet lines on each side of the sideline of what would be the basketball court if it was set up for basketball. And we've got the order we're going to go. Ladies and our guests will go first. And then, gentlemen, you can follow as the line starts to dwindle. So, ladies and our guests, please. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with the programming. I know as folks are finishing up their eating and getting dessert. If you get, Keith can turn on the music. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That's okay. Okay, well, Keith's getting his ringside, so continue to eat. Give Marty a chance to warm up with the bullpen a little bit. Okay, as I mentioned, we'll go ahead and get started with the program tonight. As you finish your dessert, finish up your meal, it gives me great pleasure when we have the opportunity to hear from a GSW alum, a former student athlete, someone that sat on our foundation, was the president of the Hurricane Club. His wife was a student athlete here at GSW. She was also our cross-country coach, so a lot of ties that run through the Americas community and GSW as well. And Marty McDonald, ex-baseball player here for GSW, a lot longer than he'd probably care to admit when he's up here speaking, but is also the owner of State Farm Agency here in town. And we asked Marty to come up here and speak and share some of his experiences, not just at GSW, but in Americas as well. So if you'll join me in welcoming our featured speaker tonight, Marty McDonald with State Farm Insurance.
I idea what y'all did wrong after listening to me for an hour. But I'll try to make this short and sweet. I told Coach Nikki I would do this on one condition, that she would play some Ric Flair walk-up music for me, which she didn't do. I wore my alligator shoes, kind of Rolex on, but no Ric Flair music. Anyway.
Not the Rolex.
Before I asked my wife what I should say, what I should talk about, and she said, well, whatever you do, just don't try to be too charming or too witty or too intelligent. Charming, really, witty and intelligent aren't in my vocabulary, so I'm not sure I can do that. But I will have to tell you some stories about college tryouts. You all have some college tryouts. Back in the day, went to a college, and I'm in the bullpen throwing, and I'm trying to air it out, you know, and I'm throwing for about 10 minutes, and the coach says, okay, let me see your fastball. And I looked at him, I said, that was my fastball. He said, son, I think you need to start looking for a job. But, you know, coaches at Southwestern, they gave me some great advice. They always knew exactly what to say. I was having a rough time on the mound one day and getting knocked around pretty good. Coach walks out and says, looks like your control's pretty good today. You hadn't missed a bat in 3 innings. Anyway, so, that, you know, that put things in perspective. I met with Coach Littweiler at the end of the season, and we're going over the stats, and Coach Littweiler says, you had a really good season. You led the team in 3 different categories. You had the most hits, you had the highest batting average, and you led the team in strikeouts. That's quite a remarkable feat. He said, did you ever take a pitch? I said, no, sir. We swung anything between the batter's box. So, anyway, that was a lot of fun. But, you know, college athletes, we do miss a lot of things when we're playing sports. The things I missed the most were curveballs and curfew. But I'll tell you about those stories. But it is an honor to be here tonight, playing baseball at Southwestern, serving on the foundation, president of the Hurricane Club. I was president of the Hurricane Club when we built the on-campus facility, and real proud of that. And I think it's added a lot to the campus. My wife, like Coach Leader said, played 2 sports here. She was a basketball player and a softball player. And then later on coached the women's cross country, which she enjoyed greatly. So we've had a lot of involvement with the university and the athletic department. You know, I almost didn't get to play college baseball. The summer before I started college, I I'd been to a workout, and I was on the way home, and I was hit head-on by a drunk driver. Fractured my jaw, knocked out my teeth, had a concussion, had a lot of injuries, and my rocking 145-pound body went down to about 110, 120 pounds. So playing baseball was not in the cards at the time. So I kind of gave up on the idea. But I was on campus. Junior year came around. Coach found me on campus and said, I know you used to pitch, and we could use some arms. Would you like to give it another try? So willingly I said, yeah, I'd love to give it another try. So off I went and made the team, did a little pitching. About 6 games into the season, our offense was struggling a little bit. Coach Littwaller says, get your first baseman out, you're playing first base Saturday. I said, okay. I have not swung a live pitch in 3 years. But anyway, that went pretty well. I went 5 for 8. Played the rest of the season, didn't come off the field. So it was a good season. We had a lot of fun. And I got to fill out a dream of playing college sports. So I'm a blessed man. I was able to stay in the community, open up a business. I've hired a lot of GSW students, had some student athletes, interns with me. It's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people. But tonight it's about you guys, student athletes, what the year's been. And there's even more to come with baseball and softball still playing. I think golf still competing some too. But it's not an accident. Dr. Weaver, 6 years ago, came and he had a plan, he and Coach Leader, and they implemented that plan, and they passed it down to the students and to the coaches, and y'all implemented it. Y'all put in the hard work. Y'all got up early. Y'all stayed late. You have a lot to be proud of. Y'all made it happen. Y'all changed the culture of Georgia Southwestern. I must say, I'm also impressed with the amount of community service you guys do, and it's very important to all that stuff. I encourage you to continue to do that after graduation. The time and the effort you put in Night Shine, Magnolia Manor, and all the other events around town, they do not go unnoticed by myself and the rest of the community. Thank you so much for all that. The school and the athletic department has changed and grown so much since the 80s. The facilities, the opportunities are amazing. The schools and administration are working tirelessly to make your job easier so that you can make the university shine brighter. Congratulations on all you've accomplished and good luck in your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marty, for everything that you do, not just for GSW, but Americus as well, and Paula, all your support as well. I know Dr. Weaver mentioned a couple of people, mentioned Signe and Deborah earlier today. There's a few more that I'd like to have everybody recognize in the athletics department. And for those that were here late August, early September, we had quite a void in the athletic training area. We didn't have one. And for about 6 weeks, we struggled, and Nikki was putting together, Coach Levering put together quite a roster of people to come fill in, and we were very fortunate to come across Marissa and Stone Collins. So everybody that's worked with Marissa and Stone, I think that their presence here has only benefited the athletic department. And Doc, I'll tell you this, they got one of the gold coins from a student, and I thought that was great. They were they didn't really know the whole story, but that's the first one that I know in athletics has gotten one of the gold coins. So if everybody will join me in just welcoming Stone and Marissa, just thank you for And as Dr. Weaver said, Keith and Sean, what they do for the publicity and the streaming of the games, all that goes on long after you're done playing, sometimes their night just gets started or their afternoon just gets started. So the dedication that both of those guys display, Coach Levering putting together all the community service, stuff that she does, Coach Edwards and Coach Crawford, the help that they give us in the facilities area has been great. We have Dr. Ragsdale here. Michelle's our faculty athletic rep. This is her 5th year doing it? 5th year? And we certainly appreciate the liaison between Michelle and the department for athletics with the rest of the campus. So we certainly want to thank all those people as well. As we get ready to start tonight, and there's a couple of things that we want to give out and make sure that we catalog. I was asked once in an interview, why do we have athletics and why should you be the athletic director? And I thought that was a really good question. I really didn't have the answer, and I kind of hemmed and hawed around it and didn't really answer the question very well, but I got through it. And years later, I won't bore you with the parts in between, but years later the answer came to me. And the reason we have intercollegiate athletics is to make memories. That's what it's about. And it isn't about the games you win or the games you lose. It's all of it. Dr. Weaver was joking about who was here when he first started. Raise your hand if you're here when we made masks. Yeah, a lot of people stay here when we made masks. A lot of you weren't. But that's going to be part of your story. The conference championships, the long bus rides. This is what you guys will be connected by for the rest of your lives. This is part of your story. And when you do have a chance to have success, to capture that success is really, really important because you don't know how long it'll last or how long it'll stay together. And on March the 4th this year, we had the opportunity to do something that's never been done before, win a conference championship, and now we have 2 of them. So tonight, we want to, Siggy, if you'll come up here, we want to make sure that we get a picture. Coach Payne and his coaching staff have the opportunity to move on to Nichols State. So this will be the last event that they'll be at for GSW. And we just want to take a minute to recognize the first conference championships of the ladies, and Coach Payne and Ty, if you'll come up with Moonlight, and just kind of get a picture to commemorate the conference championship on March the 4th of 2023, the very first one that we ever had. So ladies, come on up and coach, please.
Stop that one. Thank you. And as Dr. Weaver said, the momentum kept going. And this past Sunday, the men's golf program came from 3 strokes down on the last day of the conference championship over in Augusta at Forest Hills Golf Club. And we're the only group to finish under par. And Nick Escobar was the individualist, meaning he won the entire tournament individually. And the men's golf program captured our 2nd Peach Belt championship. So if you guys will come up, and the trophy's right there, Darcy, we'll get a picture. And when it was over, Darcy reached out to Coach Payne, and he wanted to spend the same amount of money on the dinner for the golf team as women's basketball spent on their meal after they won. So we're going to be in debt long after Justin's gone. We'll be paying off that tab. Well, he's at Nichols State. But no, congratulations. Fantastic memories, not just for the athletics department, but for the entire community. It was the first time it ever happened, and to watch the community rally, to watch on Sunday everybody checking their phones to see how the golf team did. And I know we're going to have the same enthusiasm when we watch the softball team play in the Peach Belt Conference Championships this weekend, and then the baseball team with an opportunity to win one as well. Individually, on March the 18th of 2023, our women's tennis coach, Coach Sendek, and the ladies went up to Shorter University up in Rome, and they won their match 5-2, giving Coach Sendek his first win as the head coach at Georgia Southwestern with women's tennis. So, Coach, if you'll come on up, we have your shadow box here of your first win. Okay, now we'll move on to the Scholar Athlete Awards. We call your name if you'll come up and give Keith an opportunity to take your picture with Signe. The Scholar Athlete Award is awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior who has been at GSW for at least 2 full-time semesters with the highest cumulative grade point average. For baseball with a 3.68, Reed Ragsdale. For women's basketball with a 3.35, Jacqueline LeVay. And Jacqueline is not here this evening, but we'll hold on to her award. For men's basketball with a 3.31, Jordan Whitening. In women's cross country with a 3.84, 2-sport star, Kimmy Singer. Men's cross country. This doesn't make any sense. There's a different grade point average for this one, but with a 3.35, another 2-sport star, Jordan Whitening. Men's soccer with a 3.63, Cole Davidson. Women's soccer with a 3.83, Shelby Watkins. For softball, we have a tie. Both of these young ladies with perfect 4.0s. Chloe Sneed and Natalia Herrera. Golf with a 3.33, Chase McLean. And Chase couldn't be here. He's studying for an online test, right, Darcy? Women's tennis with a 3.85, Emily McClure. And now our male and female Scholar Athlete of the Year. For the male Scholar Athlete of the Year from the baseball program, Reed Ragsdale.
Thank you.
And our female Scholar Athletes of the Year, Chloe Sneed and Natalia Herrera. And now the Hurricane and Lady Hurricane President's Cup. This is awarded to the team with the highest yearly grade point average using the spring and the fall of GPAs from 2022. The Hurricane President's Cup is awarded to men's soccer. And the Lady Hurricane President's Cup with a grade point average of 3.48, women's tennis. Okay, now for the presentation of the Hurricane Cup. This is awarded to the team that receives the most points, combining grade point average, Peach Belt honor roll, game attendance, SAC participation, and team community service. The winner for the 2022-23 season, women's soccer. And now we'll have the presentation of the Roy Lee and Susan K. Smith Awards. The late Roy Lee and the late Susan K. Smith were tremendous supporters of GSW Athletics, both in their attendance at games and their financial support. This award is given to senior athletes who are the best all-around representatives of GSW Athletics. They participate in community service activities, exhibit sportsmanship at all times, participate in campus activities other than athletics. These are nominated by the individual coaches, and each head coach votes for the award winner. The Susan K. Smith Award winner came to GSW as a freshman in 2019 and has been impactful in turning the women's soccer program around. She has not only helped her teammates and been a contributing factor to the team's success, but has been a huge help in the process for the coaching staff. She has been a transformational leader. She has led on the field, in the community, and in the classroom. She has served as SAC president for the last 2 years and has been instrumental in the Make-A-Wish fundraising campaign. Emma has a true servant's heart and will graduate in the fall with her bachelor's degree in nursing. The 2022-23 Susan K. Smith Award winner for women's soccer, Miss Emma Carter. Great job, Emma. The Roy Lee Smith Award winner came to GSW as a freshman in 2018 and has been a contributing factor to the overall success and upward trajectory of the baseball program. He's made a tremendous impact on the field, in the community, and in the classroom. He has served on the SAC representative during his time here at GSW. He's been a Peach Belt Gold Scholar athlete 2 times and a Silver Scholar athlete once. He was voted team captain the past 2 years and has been an outstanding leader on and off the field. During his time at GSW, he has served the university and community in numerous ways. He graduated in the spring of 2022 with a Bachelor of Business Administration and Management and will graduate with his Master's in Business Administration this spring. The 2022-23 Roy Lee Smith Award winner from baseball, Matthew Mamadis. Congratulations, Matthew. Okay, and now for the 6th year, 7th year, Keith, in a row? 7? We'll say 7. We are now going to have Keith come up and present for the 7th consecutive year the Surge Social Media Awards. So please join me in welcoming our Assistant Athletic Director to the podium, Keith Migley.
Thank you. Well, this is kind of the lighthearted side of the evening where we just kind of have a little bit of fun and look at some of our most popular posts on social media over the course of the last year. I don't even really know how to say that. I mean, it's every year it just gets better and better and better. We try to do more and more to help, highlight your accomplishments and to try to keep up with your accomplishments. I jokingly kind of say that, I mean, it was particularly hard this year, and to stay on top of everything as best we could with all the wonderful accomplishments that you guys have done. You make my job and give me the content to make things really easy for us, and I thank you very much for all of, and congratulate you guys for all of your success on the field and in the classroom, because it shows. It shows, and we have a lot of new followers, a lot of new friends, a lot of new interest in our social media. So with that being said, we'd like to give out a little award for our most popular posts during the school year. And yeah, it's nice to win one of those. It's nice to have the plaque. But really, at the end of the day, when you can plop down on your desk or in your apartment, when you can plop down one of these bad boys, then you know you've arrived. And so we'll start with our social media awards. First up, our tweet of the year. So we'll try to do our best to describe that. Hopefully you guys have followed us on social media and on Twitter, so you've liked all of these throughout the year. So we've got our 4 finalists, our 4 nominees, and then I'll announce the winner of each of the awards. So our tweet of the year, our first nominee is, of course, that picture looks pretty darn familiar. It says history made, GSW Women's Basketball, with their post, our post on Twitter about them getting their first regular season championship. Very popular post. Yes, indeed. How about our second nominee would be recently a post, actually, with a baseball team went to Columbus State, and it says Canes win, Canes didn't win, in case you can't see it from your seat. And it said, boy, did they ever. A dominant performance, a dominant 8-0 win at Columbus State, which hasn't come all too often. Years ago, it is now. 8-0 win at Columbus State, took the 3-game set against then-ranked number 13 Columbus State. Great pitching from Nick McCollum, Jake Blindstrup hitting, as well as Calvin Alexander. So that was another nominee. Our next, it's worth a round of applause. You did the work. You guys made it possible. All right, our next nominee for Tweet of the Year. Thank you, Caitlin Wood, for our light show. Those aren't blues. Grand slam for Caitlin Wood. One swing of the bat. Caitlin got us a light show. If you haven't been out to an evening game, well, it's too late this year, but next year you come back. The baseball, softball, new lighting projects have a wonderful Kind of like that basketball, when you see at the end of the game, Canes win, and now we can do that in baseball and softball. And so Caitlin Wood was one of our first to do it, thanks to that grand slam and the win over Mount Apollo. So good job, Caitlin. Yes. All right, I think that was the 4, right, Sean? I lost track. That was 4, wasn't it? 3? Oh, okay, 1 more to go. All right, well, how about our 4th one? Ah, yes, our post-game press conference. Jacqueline LeVay, coach. Very popular in our NCAA tournament post-game press conference. The number 3 seed GSW defeated number 2 Wingate handily, 81-64, NCAA Division II Southeast Regional Semifinals. Coach Payne and Jacqueline, they're in the post-game press conference. All right, so our first trophy to give out this evening, and so our first winning award winner this year for our Tweet of the Year. Got a lot of likes, got a lot of retweets, got a lot of views. This award is going to be presented, and I know that she's not here tonight. Coach has already got one for his office to take with him to Nichols. So this one's going to go to Jacqueline LeVay for her press conference. I accept on Jacqueline's behalf. So that's the tweet of the year. Now we move along to our Facebook post of the year. So of course, Facebook, we tend to get more moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, family members, maybe a little bit older. So maybe you'll see a little bit different look to these, our 4 Facebook posts of the year. The first one is Beach Belt Conference Tournament Champ pose for the ladies, the women's basketball team. That was, yeah. There was a lot of confetti to clean up this year. So congratulations to Ava Jones. She was the tournament MVP, and Jacqueline was on the all-tournament team. So congratulations to those ladies. Okay, so that was our first Facebook post. Got a lot of traction on Facebook. Second, we have more women's basketball. You'll see a trend here. They played very well. This was when they were announced that they would be going back to the NCAA Division II tournament. We'll have another banner up there. It's already in production, so that's going to be pretty cool. And so that was when the announcement was made that they were back in the dance. So that was our second one, NCAA tournament bound. Our third Facebook post of the year, a no-no for Ray. Is Ray here? A no-hitter thrown by Ray, and oh my goodness, a 20-0 win in that game, followed by a 32-3 win. Quite a dominant weekend for the baseball team. Yeah, they had to call them both early, but Ray did great. He's done great all year long, and that was his first no-hitter as a Hurricane. So congratulations to Ray on a great performance. Got a lot of families supporting him out there, and the baseball team as well. Our next finalist or nominee would be just recently. Yeah, lots of moms and dads and family members. Checking out their babies, the ladies. Their softball senior day. Those are our 3 seniors that we were able to recognize that afternoon. Hannah Holloway, Morgan Mullen, and Bailey Christian. So those are 3. So they're very popular on Facebook. All right, so with that, I think that was 4, right? Yep, 4. All right, so our Facebook post of the year. I couldn't give out 1 trophy for this one, so we had to give out 2. Again, couldn't be here, but our Facebook post of the year would go to Jacqueline LeVay and Ava Jones for their accomplishments in the Beach Belt Conference Tournament. Is Ava here? Hey, Ava! Yes, indeed! Yeah! I hope you guys got to watch the ladies play. I mean, they were all amazing. Ava, congratulations. Ava Jones! All right, that's good. We got one more. Instagram. All right, so our Instagram post of the year, we'll take a look at our first nominee. Dunks, dunks, and more dunks. We had a highlight footage that night. That was a video clip of our early game against Life University. And there was a lot to be seen. This is Devin Higgs actually throwing one down there, but it was a whole clip. They dunked a lot in that game and won handily. So our men's basketball team, getting a little love here on Instagram. Coach Coombs said they were going to be very active on Instagram, so maybe that was coming to fruition. All right, here we go. Our second nominee for Instagram Post of the Year, Chris Salamatu. This was in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. A win over Young Harris, which did not happen prior to this week, to that particular evening, and a changing of the guard, perhaps, in men's soccer. So you have to see this video if you haven't seen it. Salamatu dribbles through what ends up being 7 players, in, around, through, over, and then ends up scoring the goal to put the Hurricanes up. That was the dagger. Chris Salamatu and the men's soccer team. Seriously, amazing goal. That was crazy good. So, all right, so there's Salamatu. Our next nominee would be more confetti. Peach Belt Conference regular season champs, GSW Women's Basketball. Pretty cool photo by Chris Fenn, our real photographer on campus, not me. And our final our final Instagram post of the year would be, as a tournament championship recap video. Justin Hobbs and his crew actually put together an amazing video, better than anything that I could have done, and it was a really well done video. And I thank Jonathan Hobbs and his crew for putting that together because they did a great job. And I mean, it had to be good if it got to be Instagram Post of the Year worthy. So let's see. Our winner and final trophy goes to. This one may have to stay in the office, Coach. You may have to leave this for future generations. That video, women's basketball, Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship video. Maybe Jonathan Hobbs should get this video. So congratulations. Ava's going to come up and grab it. It's a really good, really well done video. So, and it crowd shots and slow-mo and all kinds of good stuff. So it's really well done. All right, that was it. Good job to everybody. Obviously, women's basketball, extremely popular, as they should be. They played well and gave us a lot of great memories. So and we'll keep going. Hopefully there's more coming in a few weeks or this coming week with some of our spring sports. So congratulations again on a great year. It was a lot of fun, and we'll keep chugging away. And stay tuned, because there's a lot of good news coming out as early as tomorrow. So we'll be checking out.
Thank you, Keith. Again, the amount of work that goes into tracking this stuff and the amount of interest that we've gotten in the last couple of years has really made Keith's job, I don't know if difficult's the word, but it's very busy. And as he said, the news comes so quick, sometimes we don't get it all out there. And that's a good problem to have. So now we're going to go to the senior sash. And if you are a graduating senior who either graduated in the fall of 2022, or you're going to graduate in the spring of 23, the summer of 23, or the fall of 23, please come up. We want to take your picture with your sash on as you get ready to graduate. So come on up here, and we'll get the sashes out to everybody. Take a couple minutes to put them on. This tradition started about 8 years ago, and we were certainly appreciative of the administration of the university that allowed student athletes to wear a sash to commemorate their athletic experience as they went across the stage during commencement.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, that's quite an impressive group, and we look forward to seeing you at commencement, either this one or the one in the summer or fall. So congratulations again. Don't lose it though. I was telling, I had the opportunity to talk with Coach Payne a little bit before we started tonight, and those that know me, my wife can attest to this, I'm kind of a weird guy, and one of the things I do sometimes when I come in early in the mornings, before anybody gets here, I'll stop by the indoor hitting facility. I'll park my car out there, whether it's like 5:30 in the morning, and I just stand inside the indoor hitting facility by myself. I don't tell anybody I'm there. And I look and I can't believe, you know, I've been here 20 years. And I look and I see Dr. Hayes, one of our associate vice presidents, and she's talked me down the ledge or off the ledge more times in the first 15 years I worked here, probably than anybody. She should have charged money for her counseling services, but to stand inside that indoor hitting facility or to come into the arena on the weekend when nobody's here, sometimes I sit in the chair, that first chair where the head coach would sit. And I sit in that chair and I would go, you know, I think I would have really enjoyed having the opportunity to coach in here. And I think my favorite thing is when student athletes come back. Josh, Bud Fuller was here last night. So Bud pitched here back in the early 2000s to late 2000s and talked about the difference that he saw. And the people that come back, and I hope when this group comes back in 5 years, that it looks just as different to you as it does to them. Because if it doesn't, then you guys should go to Dr. Weaver's office and tell him I'm not doing my job. So the enjoyment that I get out of watching this place continue to grow, and not just athletics, the school in general, is really something that there were a lot of times I didn't think it was possible or didn't think it would ever happen. So to stand in those facilities and to watch the success that everybody's had has really been, it's been a lot of fun for me, and I've taken a lot of pride in just watching the growth and the people that come back and tell me that they wish they had this when they were playing, or they immediately go to their phone and start taking pictures of everything that we have now. So for that, I'm incredibly appreciative of what we've been able to accomplish, but then watching you guys and girls take advantage of those facilities and to, you know, bring home these kind of trophies, and I know we're not done yet for this year. So I do appreciate all of your hard work. And now perhaps the most stressful part of the evening, for those that have been here before, this is the time where we do the slideshow. And it seems each year we have a rotating assistant director of sports communications. And their job entirely depends on the performance of this video. So Sean, I know you've worked at it really, really hard. And this is kind of like Gladiator. When it's over, we vote you up or down. So I hope that the stress you're feeling right now will be assuaged by knowing that you put together an unbelievable video. So I appreciate everything that Sean did the last couple of weeks, putting this together and trying to get it all in and capture everything that we've done. So this will be Sean's maiden voyage into the slideshow. So Sean, are we ready? Are we gonna, Keith, we lower the lights? The anticipation's killing me, Sean. He looks a little nervous. If he gets up in the middle of the slideshow, we'll know why. Keith is going to turn down the lights, and then before we leave, I'll say a few words to wrap it up after we're done, but please enjoy the slideshow, and if you get a chance, thanks Sean and Keith, because they put a lot of work into this.
The Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes have won the Peach Belt Conference, defeating Young Harris by a score of 83-64.
Thank you guys so much. This is what we talked about 4 years ago when I came in here. We talked about bringing a championship to the community. We didn't do it by ourselves. We did it with your support. And we are so, so proud to represent the community of Americus, Georgia, 229. And we just ask you guys to continue to support us as we're going to try to do something special, and that's win a national championship. Thank you, fans in the community of Americus, Georgia.
Sweet. You're sweet. Great staff. And I got a great guy. You know, thank God first and foremost. And yeah, I mean, again, it was all about our game plan. We told them, man, it was all about heart. You know, and then like players like Jay LeVay, Ava Jones, Kayla Grant. I mean, just down the whole roster, they're just tough. What a ride these girls have taken us on. You know, regular season champions, conference tournament champions, into the regional final. This is something that, you know, Georgia Southwestern has never seen before. And I'm just truly, truly blessed. Try not to get into tears again. I'm just truly, truly blessed to coach these young women. They let me push them to, you know, to the extent that people don't even know, you know, but they push, they get pushed, they respond every time. We faced so much adversity this year. And man, I'm so proud of them. I told them in the locker room, they're still champions. They're champions, you know. And we got to the Sweet 16, man. Sweet 16, first time ever in school's history. And I'm just so proud.
Nice catch, and we'll go to Hegman for the final out. Nice grab.
A home run from Willis. Zoe, what you talking about, Willis? Home run.
the turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. And unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you the time of your life.
Okay, so that'll wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate everybody's attendance. I know we got finals coming up. We got softball travels tomorrow. Baseball will be home this weekend. And then golf, I think you guys are off for a week, Darcy, and then play the following weekend. Go sell some golf balls. Right, Darcy? All right, thank you very much for your attendance, and everybody have a good rest of the night.
That's for Marty. He wanted the Ric Flair song. There you go, Marty. If any of the award winners want their slide up so they can take a picture, if anybody that won an award wants their picture or their slide up for a photo, just let us know at the scorer's table. We'll be happy to put your slide up for you if you want that in the background of your picture. If you won an award tonight,